From the fighting city of Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, USA, he is Chazz, the gentleman Witherspoon. Tonight, he makes his professional heavyweight debut. Cruiserweight champion of the world, Oleksandr Usyk.
Okay guys, I got that future in the dressing room. I run a clean fight, okay? This is my main event. Touch it up, good look.
How spectacular can Usyk look?
I say this too. Usyk has fought his last 3 fights in Moscow, Latvia,
Creative. He's like a 200-pound Vasily Lomachenko when I watch him fight.
In the ring, in the gym, fighter of the year, and say, all right, I can box with this guy. Try to show that there is a size difference and a weight difference, try to bring the load.
So special, he's athletic, he's creative, he sets the tempo.
Debut by the cruiserweight champ. It's been slow go so far. Fighting team.
Yeah, he creates openings with his feet, and that's what
Chazz Witherspoon. Spectacular. And you'll see him dancing frequently too. He likes to dance in the ring, good jab. Well, Sergio, if you're Witherspoon, you got to feel decent about this with us backstage. For any reports, anything that happens that's fascinating here.
combinations, but the accuracy, I think, is where the power stems from. And I do like
December 7th. Again, the first has got to get things underway. If you're looking to win rounds or win the fight, look, I don't know what you do there, but you're just looking for a good.
usually Usyk is able to.
He's not fought in 11 months. Had a ruptured right bicep. In training, a bit of a blinder. Witherspoon again for his limitations.
he looks at what he's seeing in the ring and adjusts accordingly. I would say that straight up the middle body shot of that fight back in 2012 when he was hurt, but
The most effective punch that Usyk has landed has been a straight left to the midsection of Witherspoon.
Fighters over the last few decades, you've got to be thrilled. It's a slow pace. You're 6'3", 215. At one point, that would be big enough. What he's known for. The constant footwork, jabs coming up, that one missed.
targeted that 215-pound weight, and he hit that 215-pound weight.
You see him touching him to the body.
His opponent with footwork, but right now Witherspoon's not falling for it. He's not falling for none of the
He
footwork.
beat Tony Bellew in Manchester in November. So again, he's underway. Witherspoon with a jab. Get his feet wet here. Usyk now starting to get a little bit of a rhythm, moving in and out. This is what
Witherspoon, because Witherspoon doesn't want to have to chase a more athletic and agile Usyk.
You see a little bit of the footwork there, but so far Usyk really not putting the pedal to the metal. Slow first 2 rounds here in Usyk's debut. Of course, making his heavyweight debut.
Well, Witherspoon didn't really get hit with anything like that. And Usyk,
Round 3, first 2 rounds, very slow for Oleksandr Usyk. Cruiserweight
He's happy
champion.
with the development, the fact that Witherspoon is working behind the jab. He's expecting Usyk to...
Heavyweight. No longer the case as he follows up with the right hand. Also, Chris Maddox.
Waiting feels like a bad strategy to me.
In nearly a year, he is looking champion, fighter of the year, stepping up in heavyweight. Let's see if he starts to slide. We're used to seeing, no question about that. Champ is going up here. He's been calling out Deontay Wilder. Hey, it doesn't hurt. And again, he's in line to be a WBO man. Usyk now backs up Witherspoon to the ropes with the jab and the jab's limitations. He is able to stay calm and see punches well. But now Usyk... Claudia, thank you. Yeah, no, absolutely. If you're Tommy Brooks, veteran trainer, he's been in there with so many work weight. Usyk just going to town, and he's not that much bigger. Again, he's 215 pounds. Usyk already with a slower, we're looking at a different package in front of him, Sergio Mora, in that so far. The pace has to meet your liking, at the very least. Usyk on the left hand straight up. Yeah, but I don't know, being a full-size man at 6'4", 242.
yeah, Witherspoon hasn't really given.
Can Witherspoon bum rush Usyk? Chris?
Saw him do it against
Usyk, who keeps throwing his hands down as if to get loose, fires off a left hand.
Yeah, the 2 cleanest punches, straight left hand, back to back, landed by Usyk.
I don't know if his hands hurt or
He is
shoulder or what it is.
He's coming up.
Averages 42 per round, and that's at least in his last 7 fights. Those are championship fights at the cruiserweight weight. Usyk. Now Usyk goes to work. He's got Witherspoon in the corner. Usyk able to get away from that. There's the guy.
Left hand rest of the body of Witherspoon has been the best.
And that's a kind of a subtle move that he does. Look at how fast that is. Now you see the power punches landed through 3 rounds. I mean, it's not close to it, but we did expect to see a high work rate.
Punch that I think Usyk has been landing. I would just encourage him to keep.
He is just popping out straight punches. It comes off right away. There's no hesitation. Overwhelmed Witherspoon, put the pedal to the metal. We haven't seen it
throwing that punch downstairs. Like that.
Final minute of the 4th round. Witherspoon able to walk out. Witherspoon trying to throw a meaningful shot. Good jab by Usyk.
His attention with that quick counter. Back Usyk up just for a split second.
He's coming off a career-long layoff, maybe just shaking off the rust, and maybe that's why we're seeing.
Chris Mannix giving all 4 rounds to Oleksandr Usyk. Tommy Brooks as of yet. What would you advise, Sergio? What do you think he should do here?
That left hand to the body.
I'm just saying, for a 38-year-old guy who's not fought the top tier in this weight division, and for you kids out there, Peter McNeely, jab to the body from Usyk. He said, I'm all right. Not the most resounding answer, even though he is moving up in weight and facing a much bigger. To get my hands down.
That's what happens when you're inactive so long, especially when Usyk try to get an angle right there on Witherspoon. That's the most effective punch that Usyk's been landing. And if nothing grew
in years, Witherspoon is not being overwhelmed. He is doing that little tell, as if to say,
his arms in the guard, and Usyk could come around with the speed, and he's going to land something upstairs.
Usually extremely active with it, and that left him on you. Chazz Witherspoon, again, he's 38. He's the heaviest of his career. This will
be opening up. Witherspoon's not really giving you much on that. But any punch
Usyk firing that left hand over the top. Again, he's got there's a round.
Sergio was on the undercard.
It's not his. That's a good hard jab by Witherspoon. Starts to open up the attack just a bit. Usyk steps in as well. And that is it.
Here we're going to see Usyk throw some punches. Nothing really landed effectively or on the money or on the button, but it did get to back up the bigger man in Witherspoon. Big men like that, especially
of Oleksandr Usyk, who looks like he's still trying to loosen up with 6 rounds. Wow, 105-19. Usyk's landing. Claudia Trejos is in Usyk's corner. Claudia?
Thank you, BK.
And that's why Usyk should continue pressing him back, because big men like Witherspoon aren't accustomed to going back.
But we expect him to put Chazz Witherspoon away. I think that's fair to say.
Use his legs and going up in an angle in a direction he's not accustomed to.
Is taking a long look. Again, Witherspoon is trying to keep his comportment. Witherspoon tries to walk out of the corner halfway through round 6.
Jab, that's a little bit different than what we've seen at cruiserweight.
Good hard body shot, best of the night. So he's winning the fight, winning easily. It's just a matter of he's in there with. And that hasn't quite occurred against Witherspoon, but he is very tired already. Last minute sub, Usyk goes to work. When he is throwing, Chris Mannix, he's very impressive. He's impressive. He's to that effect. Again, it's not as if he's being outclassed. He tries an uppercut.
It's possible. It's the longest layoff for Usyk, but right now, you see that Witherspoon
let him out.
What about that, Sergio?
Well, he noticed that.
Fair to say. Witherspoon backed into the corner after that left hand. Using the left hand. He's got him hurt right now.
Thank you.
Usyk. Final seconds. Usyk, patient.
Take a deep breath, let it out slow. Witherspoon looks like he's getting a little fatigued and tired, and it's those left hands to the gut that have been doing it. Right there, the left uppercut, he came around the guard of Witherspoon.
Trying to get loose. Again, dealing with a different frame, a different size. 26 punches in that 6th round. That was the best.
He's outclassing and
into this first heavyweight fight.
Well, you know, it's not easy, but he's in the corner.
And he just opted to back of this. But we want to see more, don't we?
From Usyk, of course, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, you mentioned the
mandate, or could he get one of those fights? And if he did get one of those fights, what would he do?
Punching Witherspoon, but yeah, I agree with you, BK. It's not that heavyweight.
You get paid extra for overtime. I do think watching this fight, that Usyk, who's coming off the longest layoff,
Ligas Klimas, manager as well for Usyk, and now some success. Usyk goes to Hector Afu is taking a good long look. You see how close he's getting. Not be far away. Referee taking a big dose of air. And I wonder how much he's got. We thought it would be fascinating. Still kind of think that.
And he's hurting Witherspoon with those shots. And Sergio, you've heard the phrase in boxing, you don't
He's
get
moving
beat.
very well, and he's going around.
Usyk is trying to shake the rust off. He's shaking out his hands and his elbows a few times. It's a hard jab.
We expected more power to try to hurt Witherspoon here.
30 amateur wins, sometimes content just to win, but that hurts Witherspoon, and he goes back into the corner. Ref is in the corner with Witherspoon right now. Let's listen in. Yeah, no, that's it. This fight is over. Chazz Witherspoon just did not have the energy to continue on.
Ladies and gentlemen, at the end of round 7, Chazz Witherspoon's corner informs the referee he is unable to continue. The winner by TKO victory. The official time comes at the end of that 7th round. Still undefeated, he is from Ukraine, and he is Oleksandr